The 1950s. A decade that brought about significant changes in many aspects of life, from culture to technology. It was a time of big fins, chrome bumpers, and powerful V8 engines. Cars were not just a means of transportation, they were a statement of style and innovation. It was also a time of great innovation in the automotive industry, with new technologies emerging all the time. Engineers and designers were constantly pushing the boundaries of what was possible. One of these innovations was the Chevrolet Turboglide transmission, a truly unique piece of engineering that promised a driving experience unlike any other. It was Chevrolet's answer to the growing demand for smoother and more efficient automatic transmissions. Now, I love classic cars, and I love learning about the stories behind them. Each car has its own tale, a piece of history that tells us about the era it came from. The Turboglide is one of those stories that really fascinates me. It represents a bold attempt to revolutionize the driving experience, even if it didn't achieve lasting success. It was a bold move by Chevrolet, a swing at the fences that ultimately didn't quite connect. The Turboglide was ambitious, aiming to provide a seamless and powerful driving experience, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a fascinating chapter in automotive history. The Turboglide story is one of innovation, risk-taking, and the relentless pursuit of progress. The Turboglide was designed to be different, to offer drivers something they'd never experienced before. It was meant to be the future of automatic transmissions, providing a smoother and more responsive ride. It was a radical departure from the traditional automatic transmissions of the time, and it certainly turned heads. The Turboglide featured a continuously variable design, which was quite advanced for its era. So buckle up as we take a trip back in time and explore the rise and fall of the Chevrolet Turboglide transmission. We'll delve into its design, its promise, and why it ultimately didn't stand the test of time. Join us on this journey through automotive history and discover what made the Turboglide a transmission like no other. The year was 1957. Chevrolet, riding high on the wave of its popular Bel Air and 283 cubic inch small block V8, decided to shake things up in the transmission department. They introduced the Turboglide, a brand new automatic transmission that promised to revolutionize the driving experience. Available initially as an option on the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air models equipped with the 283 V8, the Turboglide was marketed as the ultimate in smooth shifting and effortless acceleration. It was a bold claim, and one that Chevrolet was confident they could back up. The Turboglide represented a significant departure from the two-speed Powerglide automatic that Chevrolet had been using. It was a more complex and sophisticated piece of machinery, and it came with a higher price tag. But for those who wanted the latest and greatest, the Turboglide was the transmission to have. So what made the Turboglide so special? Unlike the more common automatic transmissions of the day, which used gears and clutches to shift between a limited number of speeds, the Turboglide employed a unique torque converter design with a planetary gear set. This allowed for an infinite number of gear ratios, essentially creating a continuously variable transmission, or CVT, before the term even existed. This innovative setup promised incredibly smooth acceleration and gear changes. It was like having an endless number of gears, always finding the perfect ratio for maximum power and efficiency. No more clunky shifts, just seamless power delivery. The Turboglide also featured a unique triple turbine design within its torque converter. This was intended to further enhance smoothness and responsiveness, especially at low speeds. It was a complex system with a lot of moving parts, but when it worked, it truly delivered on its promise of a luxurious driving experience. As with many innovative technologies, the Turboglide wasn't without its early hiccups. The introduction of this advanced transmission system in the 1950s was met with both excitement and skepticism. While it promised smoother rides and better performance, the reality was that it faced numerous teething troubles. The complex design, while impressive on paper, proved to be challenging in practice. Engineers had to grapple with the intricacies of the Turboglide's unique mechanism, which was unlike anything they had worked on before. This led to a steep learning curve and numerous trial and error attempts to get it right. Manufacturing tolerances and material science weren't quite where they needed to be to ensure the long-term reliability of such an intricate system. The precision required to produce the Turboglide's components was ahead of its time, and the materials available often fell short of the demands placed on them. The Turboglide, especially when paired with Chevrolet's increasingly powerful V8 engines, generated a significant amount of heat under load. This excessive heat could cause the transmission fluid to break down, leading to lubrication issues and increased friction within the system. This could lead to premature wear and tear on the transmission's internal components, resulting in reduced performance and even complete failure in some cases. The wear and tear were not just limited to the transmission. Other parts of the vehicle could also be affected, leading to a cascade of mechanical issues. Another challenge was the Turboglide's complexity for the average mechanic. The intricate design and the need for precise adjustments made it a daunting task for those used to more straightforward systems. Mechanics often found themselves puzzled and frustrated by the Turboglide's unique requirements. Repairing a traditional automatic transmission was already a specialized skill, but the Turboglide was a whole other beast. The level of expertise required to diagnose and fix issues was significantly higher, and many mechanics simply didn't have the necessary training or experience. This lack of expertise and equipment meant that even minor issues could become major headaches, leading to longer repair times and higher costs for vehicle owners. The Turboglide's early challenges were a testament to the growing pains of innovation, highlighting the gap between visionary engineering and practical application. The Chevrolet Turboglide was met with a mixed bag of reactions when it hit the market. It was a time of great innovation in the automotive industry, and Chevrolet was at the forefront with its new transmission technology. On the one hand, those who experienced the Turboglide in its prime were often impressed by its smooth acceleration and effortless cruising. The seamless transition between gears was a revelation for many drivers who were used to the more jarring shifts of traditional automatics. It truly did deliver a different kind of driving experience, one that was far removed from the clunky shifting of other automatics. Drivers could glide along the highways with a newfound sense of ease and comfort, making long journeys more enjoyable. Automotive journalists of the day praised the Turboglide for its innovative design and the luxurious driving experience it provided. They highlighted its advanced engineering and the way it transformed the driving experience. They lauded its smooth acceleration, seamless gear changes, and quiet operation, particularly at highway speeds. The Turboglide was seen as a technological marvel that set a new standard for automatic transmissions. However, word began to spread about the Turboglide's reliability issues. Despite its initial acclaim, the transmission started to show signs of trouble as more and more units were put to the test in real-world conditions. Stories of overheating, slipping, and even catastrophic failures started to circulate among Chevrolet owners. These issues were not just minor inconveniences. They often required significant repairs and sometimes even complete transmission replacements. This created a sense of unease and distrust among potential buyers who were unsure if the Turboglide's promise of smoothness was worth the risk of potential problems down the road. The initial excitement and positive reviews were overshadowed by the growing number of negative experiences shared by owners. Dealerships found themselves in a difficult position, trying to balance the promotion of the Turboglide's innovative features with addressing the concerns of wary customers. Salesmen had to navigate these conversations carefully, often emphasizing the warranty and service options available to reassure potential buyers. Despite these efforts, the reputation of the Turboglide suffered. The transmission's issues became a talking point in the automotive community, and its long-term reliability was questioned. This mixed public perception ultimately impacted Chevrolet's brand image and sales. In the end, the Turboglide remains a fascinating chapter in automotive history. It showcased the potential for innovation and the challenges that come with pushing the boundaries of technology. While it may not have been perfect, it certainly left a lasting impression on those who experienced it. The story of the Turboglide is a reminder that progress often comes with its own set of hurdles, but it is these very challenges that drive the industry forward, inspiring future innovations and improvements.